And welcome back to the final segment of our show this morning, where we have been joined on set by Olga Herrera. She is the unit manager and the insurance advisor over at Sagicor. We also have with us this morning Oscar Ich, and he's the president of the Kidney Association of Belize. And the conversation we're about to have, Marlene, is about the second annual Phoenix Walk and Run. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
And thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
Now, we know that this has been a partnership for quite some time. The Kidney Association of Belize, along with the insurance groups, have been working for quite some time. And Olga, I want to get a bit on why this relationship is so important to insurance providers.
Well, Marlene, it has been our second year. Actually, we celebrated 175 years in existence doing insurance throughout the Caribbean. So 2 years ago, we decided that why not do something very special? And one of our commitments as Sagicor is to serve in the best capacity in the communities that we serve. And so we felt that the kidney, because we really don't hear a lot of support for the kidney, we felt that it's an organization that needed some help. So we decided to partner with the kidney to give them some financial support.
That's right.
And hence the reason why this walk came about.
And Oscar, tell us a bit of how the Kidney Association Belize has been able to make use of the contribution.
Well, last year when we had the first walk, they managed to donate $10,000 to the association, and that has been used to assist kidney patients with their dialysis treatment, also to do educational awareness to different organizations and the community in the whole. We have done several health fairs through last year and also this year. So both aspects of it, trying to prevent the disease by doing the educational awareness, and for those who are already diagnosed with it and have to do these dialysis 3 times for the week, we try to assist them as much as possible.
Now, what better way to tell people about take care of the kidneys than to get them out there and run or walk, right?
Yes.
So this is the second Phoenix Walk.
Yes, it is.
Tell us the impetus behind establishing this particular awareness walk.
Well, we believe because we have a lot of history, you know, we do health insurance, so we have a lot of statistics. And the statistics do not lie, Marlene. Black and white do not lie. And so we believe it's a very good way of inviting the general public to come and walk with us. Bring your family, bring your children for the schools. Come out and support this walk, because it's a very important walk, you know. It brings awareness to the general public of why we should take care of our kidneys. It's a major organ, you know. It's not that I can go to the store and ask for a kidney. It's impossible. So we are inviting the general public to come and support this walk, because at the end of the day, like what the motto for the kidney says, today can be for me, tomorrow it's going to be for you. So it's a forum where you come and you meet people that maybe you have never met in years. You know, you have some sort of unity where you come and you enjoy one another, you can walk and you can talk and make new friends.
Now, how do you generate funds from this activity?
Through our registration.
Okay.
So we are inviting people. You can either register now or on the day. You can register from 4:30 to 5:30. The cost of the registration is $25. And if you have children below the age of 5, it's free. But at the end of the day, whatever proceeds we collect is for the Kidney Association. So it's for a worthy cause.
The idea of raising awareness for people to understand the severity of kidney disease and renal failure and what have you, I think is a noble one, considering the fact that most of us Belizeans take it for granted. We hear about people who are on dialysis, and it's a treatment that is rather costly and it's frequent, but we never realize the importance of it until it hits home. So the idea of being able to raise awareness by having people participate in such an initiative, I think, is one that is noteworthy, one that should be commended. In terms of other initiatives, either similar, that Sagicor has been participating in, would you be at liberty to share?
Well, in Belize, that is one of the programs that we do here in Belize. But throughout the Caribbean, throughout our territories, 22 territories we do something similar.
Yeah.
Because we believe that if we spend money through education, then at the end of the day, we're not only saving lives, but also it's cutting on the cost of what we would have spent out in paying these claims. So prevention for us is very important. And even at the level that we have our health insurance programs where we factor preventative care. So you don't get sick, you're knock on wood, but you can do your preventative care every year.
Yeah.
So that's one way of how we advocate to ensure that you take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, we have to own that responsibility. We are fully responsible for our health. And so when we have these programs, we advocate to come, let's do this thing together.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, the more awareness we can bring, the better Belize will be.
Yeah. Now, something like this actually helps two different groups of persons. One, those who are participating are perhaps being encouraged to adopt or maintain a healthy lifestyle by including walking or running, and also the funds that go to the Kidney Association that help to educate and also to offset the expenses of persons with dialysis. Oscar, tell us a bit about some of the patients that you work with, and just, I don't think sometimes people understand, Isani was right, how difficult a path it can be once one is prescribed dialysis as a means of staying alive.
One of the main concerns of our patients, and probably the main group of patients that we have, are those who come from the rural areas.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones who come to us. And they are, I would say, of a very average status, whereby they have one person being the sole provider of that household. And sometimes that is the person who was ill with kidney disease and ends up unable to provide. So you have that one person providing, and he's now unable to provide. And they have a situation whereby they have to find funds to do their dialysis, or to do his or her dialysis, and then to support the family. So some might have family support, some might not have. It's rare when they have family support. So what we try to do, not only assist them with dialysis, and we have a counseling team who would actually try to encourage these people, and because they have to accept first that they have to live with the disease for the rest of their lives, and that part is what tends to have an impact on them, whereby they cannot accept that they have to live with this for the rest of their life, accept that they have to do dialysis or they'll die. And that is the situation we have, whereby we have people coming from the west, from the south, from the north, and they have that situation whereby they cannot afford it.
So even if they can qualify or can get on the Ministry of Health program where they cover the expenses for the dialysis, they have additional expenses of even being able to come.
Well, we have that program is not really, what we'll say, has a set number of people.
Yeah.
And until one passes away, then another gets on board. But for the patients who are on that program, they have to travel from. We have a patient who has to travel from San Pedro, come to Belize to do her dialysis 3 times for the week. Round trip is $50 to go and come. 3 times, that's $150. She finds that difficult.
Of course.
So as much as the treatment may be free, or maybe at a reduced cost, the fact that she has to commute 3 times a week is $600 a month she's looking at just to access the treatment.
And another issue is, of course, if you are required to do, if I'm from Dangriga and I need to do dialysis and I have to do it 3 times a week and I'm able to get on the program, how do I make a living? How do I survive? I am spending what I can't earn to physically live, but how do I survive?
And that has been one of the main concerns with several of the patients. They might be able to have or be on the program and have their dialysis. Let's say they pay a small fee just for, but they have to find themselves. Mainly, most of them are either the sole provider of the house or the mother of the household, and they find themselves having issues with that they cannot do dialysis, because most of them, when they come and do dialysis, they're at a point whereby their body is weak, whereby they need to rest, they have water in their lungs, they have problem breathing. When they come and do dialysis, they might be relieved a bit, but dialysis left them a little bit tired, so they go back and then have to rest for a while, probably for the night, and then next day try to decide how to get back again. And then following day you have to be back. Normally they're either Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah.
So the entire week you come to dialysis, you're tired. Mainly if you have to travel, be by bus. The bus ride alone is tiring on an average person, most listen someone that is suffering from renal failure. So they have a problem, but apart from all the different expenses, they have the psychological problem to deal with.
Yeah.
We're trying to cope with the disease. Family members trying to cope with them because you're ill, certain things bother you,
you have a catheter, you have to make sure you don't get infected.
So all of that becomes a problem. And they find it that we had a patient the other day who said that she doesn't want to do her dialysis anymore and just refused, and saying that she preferred to die because it's affecting her so much. She can't take care of her kids. She finds herself that she's being have to depend on family, on her husband, and she's doing dialysis about 2 years and finds out that it's not working much. So she decided she will not do dialysis anymore. She stopped for 2 weeks until she was actually drowned in her own, being too much liquid in her lungs. She was drowned, she couldn't lie down, she had to stay up until we had to get her, encourage her, and brought her to the hospital for her to do her dialysis.
So it is, and that is just a little fraction of
that
what
is just
these
one
people,
patient that you have to deal with.
It is very troubling, and I think it really underscores what Olga said earlier, the reason that preventative care is so important.
Right.
Take care of your kidneys, control and maintain your diabetes, so you're not facing situations like what Oscar spoke about. And it's good to know that for those who are at the point of whether it's total renal failure or partial renal failure, that there's an association to go to. But it's about living healthy and taking care of themselves. So how do you find the response from persons about participating in the walk or run? And obviously it means do at what pace you can, walk or run, or both.
Well, the thing is, last year, what was so exciting to see kids coming on their bicycle, you know, and to me that was an excitement just to see the kids on their bicycle. And so we are anticipating this year that the numbers are going to double, because we are encouraging people, we are encouraging people. A lot of times when they hear, oh, it costs $25, $25 is nothing comparing to when you have a person suffering kidney failure. So it's like I'm saying I am giving this towards a needy cause. It might sound a lot, like for my family it's 6, so but at the end of the day, what we have to live by the principles of life. And one of the principles of life that says that freely give and freely receive. So we have to have that mindset for our Belizean brothers and encourage one another. Sometimes you just need a little word of encouragement, just pick up the phone, call your friend and say, man, come, even if I have to pay for you. And next thing you know, you have somebody on the way for you. So we are encouraging our friends, our clients, come and participate.
And it takes place?
It takes place on the 30th of September. It's a Saturday, so we don't have any excuses to say, oh, I'm going to work.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday actually at 6 p.m.
In the evening.
in the evening when the sun has gone down
When
and
it's
it's quite
cooler.
cool, where you can take your walk, your stroll, whatever you want. There are people who run, and kudos to them. But you have to go at your own pace. You don't have to feel like nobody's rushing you to do
Yeah.
things.
And what is the route that is being taken? How
The-
long is it?
It's a 5K walk.
Okay.
So it's a good exercise, and it's going to start from our office.
Yes. Right here on
We are
Coney
on Coney
Drive.
Drive, Sagicor's office, Princess Margaret Drive, Palo Alto Roundabout, Freetown, Map Street, North Front Street, Queen Street, Daly Street, Craig Street, Marine Parade, Newtown Barracks, Princess Margaret Drive, and ends up at the Sagicor office.
Okay, good.
So it's quite
Yeah.
going around the city.
So, and like you said, it's the evening, so it's cooler. It is for a good cause, and so people are asked to pay $25 to register. They can give more if they want. It's
Yes,
a contribution
yes.
towards the Kidney Association of Belize, and it takes place this Saturday starting at.
6 p.m. sharp.
All right, you can register beforehand.
Yes.
Or you can register 4:30 to 5:30 before the walk itself.
Exactly. And we're going to have very good prizes, Marlene. So if you have a group large enough, you can win prizes, and even schools where we're having particular prizes for schools. So if you have a school that brings X, Y numbers of students, they are going to get a prize for their school.
Okay,
So
great.
there will be great prizes.
Well, thank you for coming in and letting us know about it. And where do people make contact if they want to register ahead of time?
They can contact Mrs. Kimberly Rosado or Dennis Zelaya at 223-3147 or 57. That's our office number.
All right. Thank you very much. And thank you as well, Oscar, for coming in and sharing a bit about the work of the Kidney Association of Belize. All right. We're going to go ahead and take our final break. And when we come back, we'll have our wrap up. So stay tuned.